Are you seemingly quiet and unassuming on the outside, while you're busy living in your passionate inner world? Do you often find yourself daydreaming with vivid and wild imagination? If you answered yes, you may very well be an INFP, the Mediator Personality Type. Welcome back, psychos. Today we'll be discussing the 15 signs you're an INFP personality type. Have you liked and subscribed to our channel? Then go ahead, we'll wait for you. Be sure to click the notification bell while you're there so that you never miss a video. Alright, on to the video, starting with number 1. You feel everything very deeply. If you're truly an INFP personality type, you know that you feel everything on a very deep and introspective level. This personality type is known to not only be sensitive, but also very caring. However, the INFP tends to keep these deep-rooted feelings and emotions to themselves. Being an introverted type, people with this personality aren't able to fully express their feelings, which can make it more difficult for others to relate. Number 2. You rarely judge others. To some people, the INFP person can seem as someone who is overly accepting and tolerant of others' flaws and mistakes. However, in the eyes of an INFP, people shouldn't be judged on their beliefs, lifestyle choices, or decisions, especially if they are doing no harm. This personality type prefers compassion and understanding over fault-finding, which is mainly a trait that comes from their empathetic nature that makes them a great confidant for their friends and sometimes even strangers. Number 3. You're an empath. Like we mentioned, INFPs are extremely empathetic and emotional people. They have the power to easily pick up on the feelings and energies that people around them emit, allowing them to easily relate to people on a deeper level, while coming off as thoughtful and kind-hearted. This empathy also continues to their ability to accept people regardless of their past, because they truly understand where they're coming from. If an INFP fails to set boundaries around these natural empathetic tendencies, however, they can become overly drained from continuously absorbing negative emotions. Number 4. You express yourself through art. INFPs excel when it comes to self-expression through art. Whether it be writing, dancing, painting, drawing, for this personality type, art is just about putting together something beautiful for others to approve of. In fact, their art is merely a vessel to purely express themselves and their viewpoints on the world around them. This is why an INFP may struggle in traditional working roles that require no imaginative process, because without a creative outlet of some sort, an INFP can easily fall into an unfulfilled mindset. Number 5. You have a rich inner world. If you find yourself easily drifting away into deeper thoughts, chances are you're definitely an INFP. One of the main characteristics of an INFP personality type is their tendency to spend a lot of time in their richly imaginative daydreaming state. For this personality type, the brain is always on, and if it's not introspectively thinking about worldly matters, then it's probably busy in dreamland thinking about hypothetical situations. Of course, this trait comes with its pros and cons, considering we're all expected to participate in reality. Number 6. You aren't drawn to material things. Because the INFP spends so much of their time in their rich inner world, they desire their outer world to be as simple as possible. This type lives a life through meanings, so if an item or situation has little to no meaning in their eyes, they are not interested. In other words, the INFP couldn't care less about owning the latest gadget or buying designer clothes to impress others. Number 7. You're an optimist. Another desire trait about the INFP is that they're always looking on the bright side of things. The INFP is so optimistic, in fact, that some may say they're too trusting or even naive, when in reality, their optimism is nothing but a gift. This optimism allows the INFP to remain resilient in times of hardship or unexpected challenges. Appreciating the world with a childlike excitement and curiosity, this type can bring a refreshing positive outlook on negative situations, which can especially help others when times are tough. Number 8. You seek meaning in everything you do. When an INFP is captured by an idea through their imagination, they will put their all into it with complete passion and drive. On the flip side, whether it's a job, a project, a relationship, or a material item, if there is no meaning attached, an INFP will easily lose interest. Money, power, and status don't really mean much to an INFP, and for this reason, they can often feel misplaced in a world driven by power. It's not to say that an INFP doesn't like a full bank account and a few accomplishments under their belt, but this type will rarely lose sight of their purpose-led drive for life by never holding on to something that doesn't serve this purpose. Number 9. You have periods of unexplained sadness. Since the INFP is so empathetic, emotional, and optimistic, this harsh world we all call home can easily become disappointing at times, as it does to us all. However, even though this type knows that the world isn't perfect, when they're stuck trying to find a meaningful purpose in life that aligns with their ideals, they can get stuck, and stagnant results in a feeling of being lost in a world that doesn't understand them. Plus, the INFP rarely takes the traditional path, which can leave them feeling like they're missing out. Number 10. You struggle staying interested in mundane tasks. With their rich imagination and daydreaming abilities, the INFP can find it extremely difficult to get buckled down and get things done. In fact, it can be difficult for this introspective type to take their ideas out of their heads and into reality because they are constantly bombarded with the new and improved ideas that could be better. Even simple daily tasks like making their bed and checking their emails can seem dreadful and boring. Number 11. You're flexible and easygoing. INFPs are known to be the adaptable and flexible person in people's lives. This type actually feels comfortable with spontaneity and doesn't mind to live life with loose plans, leaving room for significant changes or a quick escape from the situation. The INFP actually feels more threatened when being boxed in by a plan or idea because they don't want to have to feel obligated to stay committed should a better opportunity present itself, or should they merely lose interest. Number 12. You people please. The INFP personality is always longing for acceptance, and they usually get it by pleasing others. So when someone dislikes or disapproves of something the INFP did, this personality type can easily become fixated on trying to make things right and change that person's point of view. Unfortunately, as we all know, we can't please everyone, so we can imagine just how draining this tendency can be. Number 13. You can be self-isolating. Although the INFP makes an amazing friend and partner due to their empathetic and fun-loving nature, they tend to have difficulty showing their true selves to new people because of their fears of being judged or not being properly understood. This introverted type prefers to only have a small group of friends, but even then, they don't necessarily know how to put themselves out there in new environments, which can make them feel lonely and isolated at times. On the bright side, this self-isolation allows them the time and privacy to relish in their vivid dream worlds while expressing themselves through their art. Number 14. You avoid conflict at all costs. Also referred to as the mediator, it's no surprise that the INFP takes necessary measures to avoid conflict whenever possible for the means of keeping the peace. Although this is a seemingly favourable trait when it comes to a friendship and relationship, sometimes this type can avoid speaking up for themselves to avoid causing a problem or hurting someone else's feelings. The INFP would rather withdraw and wait until the storm has passed, but sometimes it's not that easy when they find themselves in a position where everyone is getting what they want, except for the INFP. And number 15, you're extremely self-critical. Not only does the INFP personality type take the criticism of others to heart, but they're also their own biggest critic. This type really believes in the potential and their unique approach to life, and they desperately want to live up to their own expectations. However, these self-expectations can sometimes be unrealistic, leaving them in a position of feeling useless, selfish, and even inadequate. This self-criticism, when taken too far, can actually cause an INFP to become so discouraged that they completely give up on even their most desired dreams and ideas. Well, that's it for today, Psychos. So, do you think you're an INFP personality type? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel for more Psycho videos.